Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever time of day, maybe for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Layback Gamer, and it has been a little bit since, well, really, I've posted anything. But it's been quite the hectic stuff, quite the fun summer. Hectic, but fun. So we're here. Well, I'm here with the fall 25 update for my channel. The update on current series, new series, long plays, /100 days, that should say December dailies, and something else. I forgot to update that title sequence. One of these days I'll remember to get every slide. I think I got all of them this time around, with the exception of that one. Anyways, so it has been a while. It's gone. It's gone for. I don't know why I said it's been gone for a while. I think I've been. Anyways, I've been away for a while, and that was because around August, I went into a bit of a mental stupor, kind of. Well, actually, not really August. This has been happening since May, but August was when I just went. You know what? I'm just gonna relax and take some time to play some games for fun for me because, well, around May I just stopped playing video games, stopped really getting any enjoyment out of them. Didn't really do anything for that matter, which was not very good, but I'm doing much better, much happier, and, well, I'm employed, which is great. I am well in that, and, yeah, things are looking pretty bright for the future. Crazy to say with everything going on in the world, but I'm confident that at least for me, I hope it for everybody else who watches this and going forward, I hope your futures and lives are going well. I really do. It sucks when not. So, I hope whatever state it is in, either recovering, on the downhill, slightly bad, I hope eventually or it will continue to go up, rise up. Yeah. So, let's go for some updates on the current series. RimWorld, both of them, Ascension to the Stars, and Curse of the Fallen God, still ongoing, but they are 100% going to be coming to an end once I run out of footage, and that's because, I've mentioned this previously, but they're both at pretty good stopping points, so that I can spawn some more stories off of them, which is crazy to think, because originally, one of them was going to have one following story, and that was it. That was kind of it. And now, from what I've got here, I've got 2 or 3 stories I can follow up on, which is crazy to me. Crazy that I can actually follow up on stories with characters that I have been playing with for so long. The series are going on for quite a while. I've been taking a break on editing these for a long time, but I've gotten back into the swing of things, so they should hopefully come quicker than what they have been coming out at. And the RimWorld Odyssey series is going to get a special mention because that's still going strong, and I'm hoping to bring it to a close soon, for me at least. You guys probably won't be closed out for a while. Just a little bit of technology and equipment short of challenging the Mechanoid platform and completing the end of Odyssey. Once this series is wrapped up, I'll probably, there's a typo there, begin a new RimWorld series, especially with the other 2 coming to an end. I need to make sure that I have another one going, and I have one in mind. A good one in mind. Stardew Valley. I am still plucking away at that one. There's a lot left to do, but I'm still aiming to have it done by the end of the year. Or at the very least, I'll have it all the footage by then, and I'll have all the videos uploaded sometime in the new year. That's my plan, and once I'm finished with that, then I'm going to finally start on the trifecta of 100 days in Stardew Valley, Graveyard Keeper, and Traveler's Rest. Quite excited to get started on that. For Pal World, which is also still... No, yeah, this is still on Tuesday. I thought I was going to move it back to Thursday, but no, I didn't. It's been a bit on this, and I have yet to really touch anything of the new update, the Terraria crossover. From Daybreak, I still have to finish the bosses, the oil rig and tower boss, plus possibly hard mode for all the tower bosses. So not too much more, and by bosses I mean the summonable boss pals. So Belenoir Libero, Blazemut Ryu, and Xena Lord. I still have yet to beat those, and last time I had tried, we didn't quite have the firepower to beat Belenoir Libero. But I think if I continue to train up a few dragon-type pals and really upgrade them, I'll have the ability to train them, to be able to take her on. And then it'll be a matter of trying to figure out how to take on Blazemut Ryu and how to take on Xenolord. So, yeah, that's going to be quite exciting to do. As a reminder that No Man's Sky will be taking over for Palworld until the next major island release is released, which has now been pushed back even further because I still have to explore the Tides of Terraria to its fullest and, well, capture all of those guys. Hoping that one or two of them will be useful for some of the bosses. And yeah, that's my plan. And then I also have to do some achievement hunting. And that will be kind of it for Palworld. I imagine I'm probably not going to finish until after the next two major updates. At least that's what I'm thinking. Because I don't know how much is in Tides of Terraria. I know they have the big dungeon because I crawled through one of those at episode 85 or 84, one of those two. And that stretched on quite a bit, and I didn't even loop the whole thing up because I didn't think it was going to be that long. So still have quite a bit left to go for that, but I'm excited. Thursday series, Block Fortress and Battle Nations, because I have forgotten about these for a while. Not to worry, for those who like both of these games, I'm going to be picking them back up. Each is going to be half an hour long episodes compared to Block Fortress. I think I was doing hour-long episodes, either alternating weeks or at the same time, depending on what I have ready to go. So one week you might get Block Fortress, and next week you may get Battle Nations. The week after that, maybe Block Fortress, and perhaps after that it's both. And for a while, you get both of them on the day. So that's kind of it's going to be alternating or both at the same time. But I promise I'm going to try to have at least one ready to go. Promise. Saturday series, I think Oblivion. Well, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it Oblivion at the moment. Series isn't going away, I promise that, as I want to have episodes during December dailies, but for now, I think I'm going to put it on pause. As for its replacement, well, I'll have to talk about that coming up. Roaming series, for some reason, the slide here is broken. Currently, my RimWorld Vanilla Odyssey has that slot filled up, so I can get that finished up in a timely manner. And afterwards, not sure. I have a few games that I have in my backlog, as well as series that I want to play modded, but I'm just not sure what to do meantime. I might use it as a chance to finish up on games that I've put on pause, and I think I have decided I was going to do that to start, and eventually go back and do the modded playthroughs or vanilla playthroughs of the game. And all this is going to be starting back up next week. So next Sunday is when I'm going to really get back into the swing of things with all my series. The Odyssey and the Roaming series slot is probably going to start up whenever I have the footage for it. And just as a reminder for people who may not know, who are new to this channel, the Roaming series is the series that I have alongside each of the days. So Sunday is RimWorld, and then I would also have RimWorld plus whatever the Roaming series is. Tuesday is Stardew Valley and Palworld plus whatever the Roaming one is. It basically is meant to be a placeholder for a game that, or a series that I want to get out and I really want to finish, because either it's taking so long, it happens to be topical at the time, or I just really am in a kick of the game and happen to have recorded a lot of backlog for it. So that's what that series is for those who don't know. But all that is going to be starting up next week. New/returning series. The Broken Slide. Wonderful. I already talked about this. Challenge runs. We're going to just go through that one because I forgot about that slide. Oops. Okay, new series. Forever Worlds. Please say. Okay, good. For some people who have seen these before, some of these, as you can tell, this is very not scripted and sort of, oh, it happens if it happens, and if I miss something, I miss something. Got some water down the wrong throat. Wrong spot. Oh. Excuse me. Alright, new series, My Forever Worlds. Pretty much as the title says, I plan on playing a game on one file for basically as long as I have stuff to do in it. There's a few games I have in mind for this, and each of them would have several mods alongside them for the fun of it, as well as to expand the content. I'm hoping to be able to continue these regardless if the game gets updated. If compatible, I'll update the versions. Otherwise, I'd remain on the same version and just keep playing that forever or until it breaks. So for instance, let's see here, City Builders for RimWorld. I would just continue to play, just keep going back to the previous, when it eventually updates to 1.7, I would just keep playing that on 1.6 unless all the mods I have in it get a update. And then in that case, I would just play off of the updated stuff. Hopefully all the mods do get updated. I am going to try and make a bit of a lean series. Well, not lean, but make some adjustments to the mod list to make sure that I get mods that I believe are going to be carried forward and use those ones. So that is one that I'm going to be going with, even though I'm missing a couple mods that I personally want to add, like a vanilla expanded Megacorps. Wanted to have that in there, as well as Ancients and Factions expanded Mechanoids, but don't know what can be closed. I know Ancients is getting a rework, and Factions expanded Mechanoids is being split in separate mods. And Megacorps isn't set to be worked on until after, I think, most of that. So, yeah, I'm going forward with it even without them. If I happen to get them, as I'm still playing on 1.6 in the series, I will definitely add them, but no promises there. Valheim modded, lightly modded. I was shown this by a friend of mine, an online friend, and I've been enjoying it very thoroughly. It's a game that I've said, yeah, I want to make a series on it. And since we're still waiting on the last major update to come out. There's been a smaller one that is, I think it's releasing in time now. Dragon Age. Wonderful. I'm just going to switch to a slightly different one. There we go. I'll take this one. Nope, I will not. Pardon me a second. I'm very easily distracted on myself. There we go. We'll go with this. Like I said, this is all unscripted. Anyways, Valheim, I've been really enjoying, and my current progress is I've just beaten Aglith, and I am attempting to find a Mistland. So it's pretty deep in. My current progress is about 2 whole biomes or terrains away from being finished with the game. So I figured now would be a good time to start the modded, or a modded Forever World. And like I said, it's only going to have a few mods in it, not too many. I don't really want to add too much to it, especially since if the game gets a big update, the mods will probably break, and then, some things might. Oh, there's that. Minecraft modded, heavily modded for version 120.1. I had wanted version 121. Some whatever. Pretty sure it would be .1, but sadly, a few mods from a mod maker has not updated them to the 120 versions. So yeah, I'm going to be remaining at 120.1. And then Skyrim Iron Man modded, which can be a medium to heavily modded, and it's going to be taking over for what I had originally planned to be as part of the story, part of a continuation story from Oblivion. As well, I just don't know when I'm going to get to that now, and Iron Man modded is kind of something I want to try. We'll get into more of the rules of that later when I'm actually ready to begin that. It's last on the list for a reason, because I want to start the other three first and then get to it. So, games I'm considering at some point is Stardew Valley modded, Project Zomboid modded, Raft, Prison Architect, No Man's Sky, Factorio maybe modded, and suggestions from you guys. The only caveat here is it needs to be a game that I can make last a very long time, or can mod enough to be able to make it last for a very long time. So, if you've got any suggestions, I'm all for it. New series in general. I've been adding a few games to this list, made some adjustments. Games also pop up on the roaming series. Might pop up on the roaming series once I've cleared out my on-pause stuff. So I plan on doing sooner rather than later Warcraft 3 Reforged, Tiny Glade, Frostpunk, Factorio, and Plants vs. Zombies Fusion, because I've been footage of that mod and I really like it. Pretty awesome. And pardon me, I'm just selecting on track because I'm sure it's actually kind of thematic for a slide that's coming up. A few games that I have on my list at the moment is Mass Effect Trilogy, Monster Hunter Rise and the DLC, Monster Hunter Wild, which I still need to get back to, Terraria, Frostpunk 2, some of the older PopCap games. That's more of a personal one because I really miss those games. I find myself attached more and more to some of the older stuff that I played as a child. Even the original Plants vs. Zombies, I miss so much. I don't know. The older I get, the more I miss from I miss it simply. What can I say? And of course, suggestions from you. Now, this isn't everything I have on my list, but it is a few items that I want to do sooner rather than later. And as topical with the music playing, I was not expecting this to drop soon, but Pac-Man World 2 Repack is coming out close to the end of the month. This was a huge surprise to discover, but a very welcomed one. This was one of the handful of games that I played so much as a kid, and after the first game, which I want to get to one day, after my catalog is thinned out a bit, got a remaster. I've been hoping that Worlds 2 and 3 to get the same treatment, and lo and behold, it is. I'm going to start this game once it's officially released to the public. Now, this game does actually look like a genuine remaster. Like, the levels look a little different. Looks like they changed around some of the bosses as well, which is well needed because 3 of the bosses, Inky, Blinky, technically Blinky, but I'm going to call him Clyde because that's how I grew up with. I don't care if people say that I'm wrong for that. It was in the original second one, and I'm going to call him that going forward. And just because it makes more, like, the level's called Clyde and the Caldera. Blinky in the Caldera just doesn't have the same ring to it as Clyde in the Caldera. Anyways, I'm very excited for it. That I've seen the trailers, I've seen some of what Nintendo, or not Nintendo, whoever's in charge of releasing this on Steam, I've seen Namco, that's what it is. I've seen some of their trailers, their gameplay teasers for this, and I am super excited to pick this game up. And I'm pretty sure that this is I might do it level by level for episodes, depending on how easy it is. I hoping that I can use my controller in order to play it and not a mouse and keyboard. Keep to the authenticness of it that I've remembered from the kid. Yeah. It's the only series that I know I'm going to be doing in the near future. Returning, Age of Empires 2, the first game I plan on taking over the roaming series once I have the footage prepared for it. Not many more campaigns left from what I remember, but I think some stuff has been released everybody for free. So I might have some new stuff to do. I meant to check on that. I'm going to check on that after I finish recording this episode. Anyways, I'd like to have all of it done before the year ends, depending on how many campaigns I have left over. Obviously, from when I had stopped playing, I believe I should have had enough time to be able to go through the remaining campaigns before the year ends, but I don't know if that's going to be the case anymore. So, we'll see about that. Dragon Age 2. I completely forgot about this game for a long time. Last I checked, I was stuck on the Mark of the Assassin final DLC boss after spending hours micromanaging everyone, all because I was too weak to fight the Era Shock. Why are two-hand warriors so weak? That's a serious complaint I have about why my character is built to be a glass cannon. He's spec'd with a lot of offensive talents and abilities. I've got armor that's supposed to complement that. And yet, I hit like a wet noodle on a lot of enemies. This is the one Dragon Age would use master completely, like finish it in addition. Not sure if you can hear that, but my dog is barking. Because I have the window open, I can hear it loud and clear. I'm going to try again to beat him, and by that I mean, well, both of them, and then finally move on to the final boss of Act 2 with everything prior finished. Because a big reason why I had restarted the entire second act was so I could get Isabella to continue to be with us into the third act. I really wanted that. So, yeah, that's I restarted everything, as well as I learned of a exploit in the game that I discovered on my own. I didn't see anybody else. I don't know if anybody else knows about it either, but yeah, this is going to be hard. This is going to be I am looking forward to it, and I'm not looking forward to it at the same time. Civilization 4 Cavemen to Cosmos. Wow, that is something I'm sure some people have not seen on this channel. I was going to say this is a surprise, but I opted not to on this. A funny story happened. I was cleaning out my computer, some of my files on my computer, and I came across a photo of a map that I had taken a picture of in Civ 4. And I took a look at that. It's just cool to walk down memory lane. Why is there significantly less blue on the map? And then it occurred to me that I had taken this photo on a different save file. And I remember that I had used that in a video that I had done after. I'd done a comparison between between where the map was a year after I had looked at the file. And turned out I actually still had a copy of that file on my I forget where I had it. It was either on my laptop or hidden somewhere in my. But that made me realize I could finish this. I could still finish it. So what I've been doing is, as a way to catch up, I've been chipping away at pretty much conquering every civilization out there that I can. No more vassals, and to all the current vassals, I've been trying to use terminal units them heavily. And it's actually been working. I was able to eliminate civilizations, and I noticed some significant improvement with performance. It was taking less time between turns. I was also building up fleets in order to go out and pretty much attack all the wildlife at sea in order to reduce their buildup. And that has been very successful so far in keeping the amount of lag down, almost to where I'm pretty sure, well, I'm not quite at the same turn level, but my conquest is at the same point that it was approximately where I had left off at. Obviously, with I'm not as nearly as technologically advanced as I was. Well, the broken timeline, as I'm dubbing it now, but I've made a very significant progress, and I'm still trying to make that progress going forward. But yeah, it has been very mind-blowing just how things have been going so far, and it's to the point where I genuinely think I can win the game by just flat-out world conquest. And if I can't do it through that, then I'm going to attempt to pretty much just rush for the end of the tech tree using all the cities just mass-producing science as best as they can. Much as they can. And this will likely be a December daily series, but I have a couple of compressed episodes that I can release if I'm struggling for Dragon Age 2 footage, or Stardeus footage, or Age of Empire 2, or anything in the returning series. So there is that. Speaking of Stardeus, kind of a new series since there's been several updates, and it's probably best to reset my progress. Once I've completed Stardew Valley, I plan on returning to... Nope, that was supposed to be there. It's pretty much... I'm going to return to this series and in part of the roaming and start it up brand new as either a long play, or maybe I might have it take over for Stardew Valley. Maybe I might. But let me get back to you on that one. Long play / 100 days / one other thing that I didn't put in the title there. Been very slowly chipping away at these series whenever I get a chance or I'm up for it. That being said, I have some started and none completed because I keep going back and forth and just not finishing them. So I'm going to try to have some of these done for December dailies, though not as one per day. That's a bit much for me. In terms of long plays, still got them in the works. A lot of them, just haven't put as much time into them lately. I've been working on StarCraft and StarCraft and StarCraft 2 are in the same category. Dragon Age Origins, I'm picking that back up soon because I'm still at the end of the tutorial / pro. No, I'm at the end of I'm in Lothering. Let's just say that. And Monster Hunter World, I finished the tutorial section for that one. And Minecraft, I'm waiting on the proper update before resuming the long play for that. And here's what I got in my queue. Pal World, once it's all up to date with the content. PS2 games in my catalog, Dishonored 1, 2, and Death of the Outsider. Greedfall and Monster Hunter Iceborne. And that one's going to happen after Monster Hunter World is finished. By finished, I mean that one, I think I'm going to have 1 or 2 long plays. No, 2 or 3 long plays for. One of them's going to be pretty much... I'm going to be doing it all in order, but I'm going to be pressing all the footage of the main quests into one, all the optionals into another, and then any arena quests into a third that I happen to do. So my armor is going to kind of jump all over the place, except for the arena one. I might save that one for last and then just go... sorry, not arena. Events one. There we go. Might save the events one for last and just do them all at once. That's kind of my plan for World. Iceborne's going to do the same thing, and when I eventually get to them, Rise plus its DLC Sunbreak and Wilds, and probably its DLC by that time, is going to get a similar treatment. So 100 days video / series, also on the back burner, but it's making progress. I'm making progress bit by bit on the videos. Games I got in the works are Minecraft Engineer's Life. I still have yet to finish the rest of the audio for. Vintage Story, which is brand new for me, and it's been very fun so far. Other Minecraft series sort of on pause as I forgot to finish that sentence. I keep going back and forth on the mods that I want to have in there, so honestly, I'm not quite sure what I want to do in that regard. There. And then RimWorld 100 Days, and that's based on the starting scenarios. My queue I've got... I didn't update that. Palworld is definitely on there. Stardew Valley, Graveyard Keeper, and Traveler's Rest are... No Man's Sky, not Palworld, sorry. And RimWorld Universe Mega Project. With 1.6 and the mods in a stable state and unlikely to have any additional updates. Oh, that's what that is. And unlikely to have any additional updates, I'm back to working on these. I've got 2 mod packs put together for 2 miniseries, Birth of the Civilization and Republics Unite, which I have tweaked today in order to make sure that they fit for 1.6. I'm just missing a fitting map that I'm going to be designing. And once that's done, I'm going to be good to go, because the world map is going to be... I'm going to use the same world map for each of them, but I'm going to be adding in the factions manually each time and kind of using a randomizer to place them in a kind of random-ish location. Also coming up with a new city series to fit in with the DLC and events, and at the end... Okay, I don't think I needed to add that one in there. So series in the works for either mod pack or being recorded, or need to plan the map, as I said. Birth of a Civilization mod pack is ready, from Animal Era to where one would be tech-wise for the tribal start, plus a couple extra technology that I think they should have that I will make sure that the other mini-series afterwards has access to. The other one is Republics Unite mini-series, mod pack being prepared, which actually is a lie because it is done. So, yeah, it was still being prepared at the time that I put that in there. Victory for that one is uniting the republics and conquering / allying with most of the other factions of the world. The Doomed World series is it's concept stage, and it's a pickup from the end of Ascension to the Stars ending, and you guys will have to stay tuned for that. It's featuring the Void. Pretty much it's taking the place of the Attack of the Void series, because I've got a better... I can tell a much better story. You'll find out on that one when we get to there. And then a modded Odyssey Part 1 of 2, 3 full series. I'm awaiting for mods, and the first part of this is going to be building up a grav ship capable of hunting down the awakened mechanoid hives across the universe, starting with this planet. It's Mech Hive. And this planet, I mean the planet that this scenario is taking place on. So, yeah. The reason why it's part 1 of possibly 2 or 3, and it depends on a vanilla expanded mod that is in the works. There's technically 3 parts to it, but I might only need 2 series to go through them all. And I say the 3 parts are going to be released kind of in one chunk here, one chunk there, and another chunk at the very end. I'm not sure when we're going to be seeing those, but I've got that ready for me. My queue for after that is the Vikings Rage miniseries, which covers a portion of Medieval 2. All of the Hive miniseries, which is my Insectoid series. 4 of the 5 Houses full series. Miniseries is just going to be, like, they're heavily edited. Pretty much I'm going to try and get all the footage, then edit them down, break them into parts, and pretty much tells a story. The full series is I record a certain amount, I edit it down, and I post those, and keep going forward for that, with trying to keep as minimum editing out of stuff as possible. Anyways, War of the Five Houses is Medieval 2 and Medieval Overhaul series. A Dark Bargain full series is picking up from both Ascension to the Stars and Curse of the Fallen Gods. Again, you'll have to see that. December dailies. This year, thanks to everything that's happened throughout it, it's going to be a lighter year, not going to lie. I don't have any extra special series in the works. Nothing, no bonus series that's only going to last for 30 days or last for 30 days and then join the roster. It's honestly, most of it's just going to be what I have, what I'm currently updating at the moment. Unfortunately. At best, the roaming series I have in my lineup would take the place of the extra series, but I can't promise that fully. I'm hoping for some of the Forever Worlds too in here, but those are kind of at the bottom of my list. Speaking of list, here's what I would like to have ready for December. So Stardew Valley, No Man's Sky, Power World / No Man's Sky. That's a maybe on the latter of that. Age of Empires 2 to finish that series off. Block Fortress 2. RimWorld, Curse of the Fallen God, and Ascension to the Stars, provided that they are still series running. RimWorld Vanilla Odyssey, also provided that that's still running. Depending on if I can get through the research and get the equipment that I need for that, I don't think that one's going to be to last that long, but you never know. I said that about Anomaly, and Anomaly just didn't go very well for me. Oblivion, and maybe on that one. Roaming series games, not all of them are guaranteed. Forever World games, and some long plays in 100 days if possible. This is a list in order of most likely to appear to if there is time. So Stardew Valley, Pal World, Age of Empires, those three guaranteed. Forever World games and long plays in 100 days, not guaranteed, but it is something that I would like to do if I happen to get the rest of them done. So starting soon, I'm going to be just trying to pump out enough footage for each of them in order to last me until December. Maybe get to work on some of the other games and then go to town on starting at the top of the list and working my way down. And I think that's going to be all for now. So let me know what your thoughts are. And thanks for tuning in to this update. It's going to be nice to be back. And as always, until next time, take it easy.